Ghana's financial sector since August 2017 has experienced a wave of reforms, particularly with the banks and specialized deposit-taking institutions. This has resulted in a number of institutions having their licenses revoked. The latest Afrobarometer survey by the Center for Democratic Development, CDD, shows that in spite of the recent shake-up, banks are the most trusted financial institutions, followed by mobile money services. In-house researcher Philip Namfori joins me to help explain if, per the report, confidence has returned into the banking sector. All right, so Philip, you're welcome.
Emmanuel, yeah, thank you very much.
So what exactly does the report say about the financial sector?
Fantastic. So CDD's Afrobarometer survey, similar to what we've discussed this morning, with the one talking about what direction the economy is heading into. This one looks at the banking sector or the financial sector specifically. And if you see here, the first, let me say, graph or bar graph talks about confidence in the financial institutions. And this looks at all the 2,400 respondents that were surveyed. And you see that at the top of it is banks. So 58% of the respondents surveyed believe or feel that banks are very safe. And you have a very meager 7% feeling that banks are not safe at all. Then you come down to mobile money wallets, which was number 2, if you go through the fine details of the report. And 36% of the respondents are saying that their funds whatsoever are very safe in financial institutions. And you see a meager 10% also feel not at all safe. Then it comes down to a very low number that believe that their funds are very safe at home. Wow. Then we come down to savings and loans, we come down to microfinance, and you come down to traditional susu collectors. So you see that despite of all the turmoil that was going on in the financial sector, you realize that from the people surveyed, banks still hold sway in the financial system. However, mobile money has caught on. But let me introduce something interesting here. Mobile money accounts and balances sit in the banks. So more or less, it's all got to do with this. But yeah.
Yeah, but that's interesting. You know, the category that says 11% keep their monies at home. This is indication that government's financial inclusion agenda is not actually...
No, not keep at home. Believe their funds are very safe at home. So you see that it's a marked drop from the 50% who still believe that their funds are very safe in the financial institution. And the key word here is very safe.
Right.
Then it comes to the mobile money wallet, and then 11 for the at home. So you realize that just introducing our own personal bias here, or my own personal bias, if you're keeping your money at home, it's not very wise because of the very, very negative effects that come with it. So it's still important to keep it.
So can we conclude that enough confidence is being restored into the banking sector after the shift?
I would stay clear of that. We can't conclude that enough, but given the reforms that have gone on, some level of confidence has been introduced. And if you look at what the report is saying, but you see, views are very mixed when it comes to the financial sector. This is just confidence by location. So you look at rural-urban split, and you see that in the rural areas, more of the respondents, or most of the respondents, believe that banks are, for lack of a better word, very safe. And then, so you see that more people in the rural areas believe banks are safe as compared to the urban areas.
Could it be because they might not have had a lot of information, or they might not have understood exactly what actually took place within the sector?
I believe that's a very good point. If you delve into the report, it's not specifically stated in there, but you see that the spread when it comes to rural-urban. There's also one that talks about men versus women, and that's way below in the report, and it shows the split between how men and women believe that the financial sector confidence is being brought back. If we can scroll down further and show exactly that last one, but there's an interesting point in that last one, and it talks about how men and women, so by gender. And look at this one, for traditional institutions, Emmanuel, you realize that women have more confidence in them than men. And this ties in well with when you're looking at microfinance as a financial concept. You realize that women even benefit more from microfinance than men do. And you see that here, women really believe, if you look at microfinance companies, there's a split, 31% for men and women. When you come to banks also, there's also the same thing. 83% of women believe banks are very safe, and 80% of men surveyed also believe that banks are very safe. There's one more I'll just throw in before we leave. And older people, I'll just chip in, maybe your generation perhaps.
Come on.
Believe mobile money wallets are not very safe.
Okay.
As compared to the young ones like myself.
So we believe in the traditional system.
The traditional system.
Conventional banking system.
Exactly.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Philip Namfuri, for that update.